So you just got an electric guitar? What are the first things you should know about it? So I always like to tell people what the names of the 6 strings are first. When you're learning an instrument, every single musical sound you make has a letter that goes with it. It's called musical sounds are called pitches, and each pitch is labeled with a letter. So in music, we use A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's the musical alphabet. Those pitches are, if you do them in order, they happen over and over again. Like on a piano, for example, like if you start on the lowest key of the piano, which is an A, and you just go A, white keys only, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then it continues with A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So same letters, but 8 keys apart, 8 sounds apart. So it just, over time, you're gonna realize there's same letters kind of happening over and over again. Now, on a guitar, these 6 strings, they're not in alphabetical order because they're not right next to each other. Like if I were to sing A, B, that's like right next, B is right next to an A, but a guitar is spread out differently. For example, this first string is E and the next string is A. Now in your brain that might be weird because wait, how could A come after E? Well, let's go from E to A. E, F, G, and then there is no H. So E, F, G, and then it starts over again at A. So A is actually a 4th away, or 4 pitches away. So you're gonna notice that it feels like the letters are skipping around on a guitar. So we'll start here with E, and I like to use a sentence to help people learn. So I'm gonna give you 2 choices. It's either elves and dwarves gather berries every day. Elves and dwarves gather berries every day. Now, what does that sentence mean? Take the first letter of each word, elves, E, and A, dwarves, D, gather berries every day, G, B, E. It's really important to know the names of the strings so that when you're working with a teacher, they can say, okay, on the D string, 3rd fret, D string, elves and dwarves, okay? And that's a quick way to figure out where to put your finger. Another one that's popular is every blank drinks Gatorade before eating or before exercising. Why did I say blank? Because you get to pick an animal that starts with A. I've done every ape, every ant, every aardvark, every armadillo, so I'll go with ape for now. Every ape drinks Gatorade before eating. So E, A, D, G, B, E. And the real challenge is learning it out of order. Like to be able to go E, B, G, D, A, E. That takes time and practice. So that's the first thing, is knowing the names of the strings. Second most important thing on the guitar, in my opinion, is to understand how frets work. So you'll notice that the neck of the guitar is divided into all of these sections with these little lines right here. So the frets, you just use numbers. So this entire space right here that I'm pressing down is 1st fret. You can play 1st fret on any string. You can play it on this string, this string. That's how you play 1st fret on all the different strings. There's also 2nd fret and 3rd fret, and so on and so on. Little tip, most guitars, you're gonna see these little dots here. It's usually marking the odd numbered ones going up, not 1, but 3, 5, 7, and 9. And then whenever you see the double dot, you've reached 12. So that's kind of the basics to get started. It's just understanding the names of the 6 strings and like what what letters they're referred to as, and understanding how frets are. I'll give you one more challenge before we go. See if you can locate some of these spaces I'm gonna tell you. Let's go with the B string, 2nd fret. So in your brain, you gotta locate the B string first. I'll do it using elves and dwarves. Elves and dwarves gather berries. So it's the 2nd to last string, and I said 2nd fret. So use your index finger and just go 1, 2. Give it a nice hard press, and then play it. If that's the sound you got, you're correct. Let's do E string, 3rd fret. Now, before you answer that question, what you hopefully are thinking is, which E string? So there are 2 E strings, you might have noticed. It starts with an E here and it ends with an E here. The only way to really tell those 2 apart is by saying the low E string, and I mean low in pitch. I could barely sing that low. And then up here, that's That's the high E string. Not because it's high up on the guitar or because the other one is low on the guitar. It refers to how low the sound is versus how high the sound is. Or the actual guitar strings have numbers too. So this is actually called E6, D5, oh sorry, A5, D4, G3, B2, E1. So you could also refer to these as E1 and E6. So there you go. How about two more challenges? Can you locate 5th fret on the A string? Here's the A string, every ape or elf's end. Here's the A string, find the 5th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. The E1 string or the high E string, 1st fret. There's the E1 string or the high one, 1st fret. So there you go. Hopefully this got you started on understanding how electric guitars work. We have the names of our strings, what frets are, and we talked about how to locate certain spots on the string. Hope this was a good start.